Yes, beware. Okay, beware. Somebody in here already? Hello. To whoever you are, how are you? You doing okay? Hey, Keith. You doing okay, Keith? Okay. So now it's hot as I don't know what out here. Hello to everybody. Hey, Quinita. Hey, BB. Y'all doing okay? Hey, Khalil. Yes, it's hot. I be trying to tell y'all those be weather machines. I'm gonna go in this direction this time. Those are weather machines that is creating this so-called northern polar vortex. That's what they call it, and it's so funny. It's such a joke. I just laugh because it's so many of us that really believe it. We believe the lies. I don't know why. We believe in the Easter Bunny. We believe in all of the fairy tales and stuff. We think that if we put a tooth of our kids under a pillow, that the tooth fairy's gonna show up. Even though I know it's us, the adults, that put the money under the pillow, but I'm making a joke out of the tooth fairy because even though once again, like I say, we do that for our children. The government does it for us too. Does that make sense? So we just believe in fairy tales. We believe in Jesus. Y'all, my nose acting up because it's coming now. That spring season is coming, man. It's coming. Yeah, this created weather, okay? Man created weather. Oh, it's pollen season. We believe it. It's just another way to sell allergy medication. Another trip to the doctor. Y'all got to remember now, it's a trillion, zillion dollar business, okay? Selling health products and antibiotics and steroids and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why they call it the business of disease. As I battle this stuff, it's not nature. It's not natural. None of it is natural at all. So that cold weather that y'all was getting was nothing but a weather machine. They got millions of weather machines set up all over the U.S. to create manufactured winter. And that's just the way it is. So we got to stop believing in fairy tales, okay? The government treats us all like they're little children, like they're pets, their livestock, their cattle. And we just can't fall for the okie doke. It's time to start going out doing some research now. We can't keep this mess up now. Then you go overseas and people are looking at you like you crazy when you telling them about the things that you learned in school. Because you didn't learn nothing in school. It was just like you was just being indoctrinated. So anyway, I had to get that out of the way. I just wanted to talk about this manufactured winter. I mean, even the leaves on the trees didn't really shed. They didn't shed. Why is this tree still full of leaves? This tree right here still got green leaves on it from the winter. They never shed it. It's gonna come a time where the trees will not shed their leaves. Like the traditional winters where the leaves fall off the tree. That's gonna end. And that's the only reason a little stick just fell on my arm. That is the only, and that could have been dangerous if they had been a big, huge stick, because large limbs will fall off of these trees. And then that ain't nice. So y'all please don't shed no larger limbs. Okay. Um, the reason why they created that polar vortex is because most of the summer and spring plants were actually starting to come up. So they had to shock them. They had to shock them plants. If they didn't shock them plants, it'll look like summertime out here. Ooh, this is coming now. I know I need to turn my head. Woo! Phew. Let me get away from that. And I don't need no dust in my hair because I just washed it. I know you can't tell, but my hair been washed. Like I said, my hair only looks fuzzy, like this. Okay, I was interrupted by a very important phone call. Gosh, my truck needs washing. It looks bad, y'all. It is so dirty because tractors been coming up and down the road. You know, the people next door getting French drain put in, and they got all kind of tractors and stuff and bulldozers, all that kind of stuff over there. So I can't keep no clean truck. I gotta find another way. I gotta find another way to keep my truck clean. Let me tell you something. And I know this is the man 2 houses away. He been in my yard, y'all. Look. Y'all see that? I found out it was him because he had two tires, like double tires. He drive a dual. So he called himself introducing himself up here to just get what the fuck ever he want. He had been feeding my peanut and everything. He got peanut over there. Then he was coming to get my other Jack Russell. He's a thief. I want y'all to see this. He's been riding up in my yard. Look at that. See that? Now let me tell you what happened to him. The fact that I got my yard fixed around here, he got stuck in my grass and couldn't get out. He had to have some roof shingles put down. Roof shingles were buried all down there so he can bag himself up out of my yard. So y'all finna see some hoodoo at work because I'm finna go over there and fix his yard up real good for him. If only I could have got here in time. The spirits had him stuck in my yard. He had hell getting up out of here. Because if I had caught him in my yard, I would have went in there and got my shotgun. I'm going to show y'all which house it is. He feel like he owns shit up in here in my yard, but I'm going to show him I'm going to own him. Hello? Hang on, y'all. Hey. Thank you. Oh, thank you. You do too. Okay, you too now. Bye-bye. Oh, she's so sweet. Sometimes she'll come on the door and hand me stuff I need and everything. And I'm like, you don't have to go through all of that. That is so kind of you. Yeah, but he called himself trying to own a motherfucker. Let me show y'all which house it is, because I'm going to go down there on a dark moon and fix him up just like I did the Jamaican man. Jamaican man's house is burned completely down. Y'all see that house? See that house over there with the silver roof? He got the RV and the dually trucks. All that equipment. He rolled up in my fucking yard and tore up my damn yard and couldn't get out. Roof and shingles was all over the grass. Him trying to get the hell up out of him. Man, you know what? It's probably good I didn't see him, because I would have jumped on him. I would have jumped on the man. Because I keep saying, Spirit, let me come up in here. That's the same motherfucker got the rose bush. That's him. The whole time he been in my yard. I think he's a pervert. I think he seriously trying to get up in my house. We're going to have a problem because that double barrel It's cocked and loaded. And y'all gonna be seeing mama on TV. Mama gonna be on television. Do you hear me? I'm be all over social media because I want to shoot a motherfucker that's fucking with me. I can't wait. Y'all ever been like that before? Want to shoot somebody really, really bad. Want to jump on a motherfucker. It makes me feel good when I have attacked something that has been attacking me. I don't know about y'all. Hey, Flamboyant. Hey, Elle. I'm looking at the chat, y'all. Oh, starts crisis strike team assist mama with that neighbor problem she had. The last neighbor that fucked with me, his whole entire house burned down. And he thought his Jamaican magic was stronger than the Southern Hoodoo. Okay? You know what? I need to ask, did he burn down in it? Because it's burnt to smithereens. So I need to be asking some questions when I go back over there in the old neighborhood. Now, what do I want? Now, his house, uh, when he first came over here, he was fucking with me. Then he lightning struck his house and it caught a fire. And that's how he was able to build him up a nice little tin top and all of that and do some remodeling. I don't want that to happen next time. Next time I want it to be burned to the ground. That his shit is right over there with all them trucks. Y'all, I'm having trouble with this man right here. I'm having trouble with that man. The man with the silver top and the white truck and the brown truck. I'm having trouble with him. That's a racist. That's what he is. He think he own shit over him. I'm gonna have to take care of this here problem. I'm on my way over here to walk over here so I can see how I'm gonna get my stuff down. You know, you got to be in the daytime looking so I can put my stuff down and make a quick escape when I get through. Let me see. I need to look up in the daytime, see if he got some cameras and stuff like that. Up there's the Alabama River, y'all. Come on over here with me, y'all. I want y'all to see this. He's been the one feeding Peanut, giving him all kind of deer bones and all kind of shit like that. So I know he the one that got it. Willie said he looked real suspicious. We went over here and knocked on his door. Oh, he be in my backyard sometimes, but I ain't seen him. No, you got him. Because he tried to come and get my other Jack Russell. Look at him. Well, I don't see any kind of camera, so I may do good out here when I come out at a dog moon. Here he is. Him and all his equipment. Like a racist, too. He sure does. This is the kind of shit they be having in their yard. See them tracks? Same tracks in my damn yard. Two double wheels in the back. But anyways, y'all, let's talk. I got business to take care of. That's going to be an empty house pretty soon. I'm going to show y'all the results. That's going to be an empty house. Or he going to be on a wheelchair or something like that. I'm trying to get my mindset to see exactly what I'm going to do to him. Because you got to be careful when you delivering these curses. Because shit, I don't want my ass to be the one sitting up in a goddamn wheelchair. Because some folks can turn this shit around. Don't think just because I'm black, I'm the only one practicing this shit. You know what I'm saying? People of all races be practicing. The Hispanics be down here doing it. The white folk be doing it. The Asians be doing it. It ain't just us doing it. Hello? Anybody can turn the shit back around. Yeah, I got to get out here and rake, y'all. Got a lot of leaves. Okay. I need to talk to y'all about this video because I got to make this fast. I got to go and pick somebody up. Look, y'all. Beware of the deceased. Beware of the deceased. Now, I know what y'all saying. What is you talking about? You done come up with something crazy again, Ma. I've been here. I'm 52 now. 52 years old. 52 here. A lot of folks say, oh my God. I wouldn't claim that if I was you. You could get away without claiming it. I know I'm probably going to look a little older to y'all because I am older than y'all. And I got a lot of gray here. Women, celebrate your gray. Don't you ever change it. This is your status here. This is to show that you have the experience. You understand? To carry out the spells that is needed. You have what we call seniority here. And this is the seniority. Okay? And I love it because I don't want nobody to think that I'm mean. You know what perturbs me? It perturbs me if anybody is 10 years, okay, my junior, and they think that they're going to come for me. And I have to remind them, if you 10 years younger than me, you under there, and you are disrespecting me, this is to let you know I ain't no child. Don't play with me. Hello? Now, if I am coming after someone who's younger and all of that, and that's a different situation. But you got folks that think that they can play games with you because you look young. I'm here to remind you where my seat is right here now on the planet. I'm almost senior citizen. And that's a good thing. A lot of people try to use it as a joke. There's some places that I can get senior citizen seniorities. Took a lot for me to get him. I followed the rules some kind of a way to make it here thus far. A lot of folks ain't gonna get a chance to see this here for whatever reason. Some people, their contract be up early. They didn't sign a loan contract to stay too long. Some people give up because it's difficult. And some people have been hard-headed and they didn't deserve to get here. I don't know, I may not go no further than this. You understand? So that's why I don't plan on wasting any time here. Time is of the essence when you get here where I'm at. And I know somebody in their 60s would say, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm up here where I'm at and you down there where you at right now. What's the rush? It's a big rush because you don't know how much time you got. Unless you could go back and tap into your contract and remember. Some of us can remember our contract. Some of us cannot. Will tell you such and such and such this time I'll be gone because they know they remember fucking contract, and some spirits would come in and let you know how much time you got left. If you feel like you got an urge to keep moving and you can't waste nothing, you might not have much time left. Don't waste your time on this timeline. I don't have time to be playing games with children. And our children can be any age. Who are children? Children are the people who like to play, and they play games. They're not paying attention to the clock, the horseplay. Beware of the deceased. Now, I'm going to get into this. Let me go on into this right now. Y'all can believe me if you want to, or y'all can just sit down here and think I'm a fool. Or you could take this gem and stick it in your pocket, and somewhere up ahead of your road, hello, you're going to need this gem. It all makes sense to you. A lot of y'all been following me for a minute, and you've said, hey, throughout following you, at the beginning, I didn't get it. But now where I'm at now, mama, it all makes sense. Pay attention to everything. There are clues everywhere. There are traps. When you hit a trap, look at how you got in that trap, because they're going to set up nothing for you. And if you can remember how they set that first trap, that second trap, you will know when the next one is coming. And you can prepare yourself for them. Did you know that? This is important. This is how you have the opportunity to be here for a minute and have a good quality of health and be in your right state of mind, because you're paying some attention to stuff. Because I'm telling you, as you grow older, it gets more and more complicated, especially for women. Men can play around for a minute, because he's always going to have a woman around the corner ready to work his problems out. But women have to work most of the times their own problems out, especially if your mama dead. All the matriarchs around you are dead. Now you're the matriarch. You got to know how to avoid the pitfalls, because the traps are not coming from the physical realm, coming from the spiritual world. They set traps up for you in the spiritual world. They sure do. All of this heartache that I'm going through on this life journey is coming from the spirit realm. That's what your dreams are all about. Your dreams are to prepare you and to warn you and remind you of how you messed up the last time. Y'all better pay attention. There's a lot of young women listening to me now, and a lot of you all are coming into your priestesshood. I always say the priestesshood is right around 38, 39, whatever, and you getting yourself prepared. You got your sword, your spears, your armor of protection on you right now, and you want to be ready for battle, because your battle is with the spiritual world, y'all. Don't y'all forget that. And they use physical beings to put you through trial. You got to be careful. You ain't dealing with flip-floppers and weak-minded people, because they can easily be manipulated to do the work of those in that spirit realm that's ready to fuck with you. See, some of y'all youngsters don't get it. Y'all just here. Some of y'all youngsters. I ain't saying everybody youngsters in everything. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying it's quite a few people think they got time to horseplay. Shit, we don't even know. Shoot, as a collective, all our asses might be being challenged by this government. You know, the government got so many sacrifices that they got to take care of and get their quota all up in there. So you better get your asses ready. Hello? Get your asses ready. This stone here wants me to pick it up. Look at that. That stone wants me to pick it up. Get this stone, y'all, because it just sitting here like you're supposed to have this. Look for all kind of clues, and they're everywhere. There's two. Always have two. Two unique stones. There's some kind of meaning in that, y'all. Yeah, the spirits will put things right there in your face. A lot of y'all ain't got what you want because the spirits try to put it in plain sight and you just weren't paying no attention to it. Look, let me go back to the beware of the deceased. Look, y'all, I told y'all my auntie Renee passed in March. I was all up in her house, wasn't following the proper precautions. Be careful, y'all. She died in the house. March of 2018, she died in the house. In her son's house. His name is Don. When I left that house, later that night, I began to have nightmares. I remember inside of the dream looking at myself in the mirror and the mirror cracked. And then I better get on up out of here. My image cracked in the mirror. I was trying to figure out where was it coming from. Like, is this coming from her daughter? Who is this coming from? Because her daughter don't like me. And y'all know who that is, the famous baseball player. Mother does not like me. And Renee, which is her mother, told me why. She said, Renee says, she don't like you because when your mother adopted you, all of the things that she was getting, she couldn't get no more because my mama had to put the money on me and my sister. So from then on, she had developed a disdain for us. Um, Somebody was talking to her about me recently, like within the last 8 years, and she said, she's no kin to me. She was a foster child. This is the kind of disdain she had for me. So when I was at the funeral and everything, and I saw her and I spoke to her, you know, she didn't have an attitude or anything like that, but she was pretty swift and strong with her magic. Because she's an Eastern Star, she was able to give me a swift blow to the motherfucking abdomen. And that night I went home and had nightmares, and she was centered around it. Eastern Star. Couldn't do nothing. Mama couldn't do nothing with that. But then I started noticing things that were changing. And people saying, oh, you look like Renee now. You sound like Renee. So I began to become possessed by Renee. So I have some possessions of her even up until now. You know, y'all, some of y'all saw the obituary and said we look like twins. I think that's really strange because, you know, she's not really my biological family. But for some reason, I look like her, and the spirits of hers decided to come with me. I have noticed that some of my work, my magic is stronger than ever. I can just pretty much just say, you know what, your car gonna break down, and it will. Because it was a 92-year-old matriarch spirit, so they're pretty strong. It also taught me to grow up, you know what I'm saying, and realize that time is not to be toyed with. You know what I'm saying? So I have to use all of what I have. You understand? Like it's my last. What's getting me to this place? I don't know. Maybe this is something that 50-year-olds, this is a stage in a 50-year-old's life. I don't know. Well, anyways, her son said she died in his arms. He held her as she was taking her last breath in the back room, which that was his house that she died in. So I told his ex-wife, who's living in the house with him, I said, you need to go in there. This was back in March of last year. You need to go in there and do some cleansing. You need to raise all of the windows. You need to burn incense in all of the rooms. Open all the drawers, all the cabinet doors. Y'all know how you do. So you can clear The energy of death from the home and the afflictions off of a 92-year-old woman. People don't realize it's the matriarch that holds the afflictions of the family, the karma of the family. She is the one that carries all of the weight. And so when that body ceases to be viable, those spirits are looking for another body. God forbid if it's yours. Now, I went inside that house and I picked up a few things, a few spirits. Some of them helpful, some of them not. I started noticing that my vision began to change a little bit. But 50, when you're in your 50s, your vision starts to change, a little bit. You're not gonna be the same. You know what I'm saying? Your menstruation is gonna stop. You're gonna get a little bit more boxy around the waistline and everything. And any woman that makes fun of that don't know what she got coming for her. Or she may not be able to get there. Because it's not a stage to laugh at anybody because their waistline is a little bit more boxier and that they don't have that youthful look and they got gray hair and all of that stuff like that. Because it's a fact of life. If you are a woman, your day is coming. It's coming. So this is a situation where we got to learn how to be able to grow wise gracefully because it is on its way to you, okay? Don't take no time to get him where I'm at. I remember his ex-wife that I told to clean the house up. She didn't do it. She in the church. Church people don't believe in that kind of stuff. And she started to worry me. Because all of a sudden she said, you know what? Guess what? Don got throat cancer. 2 months after his mother died, he was diagnosed with throat cancer. And I wanted to say, but you didn't do what I told you. I told you to air the house out. If you're not going to follow caution, it's probably best that you just move out the fucking house. Move. She didn't do it. So in her desperation, she wanted to let me know what was going on. She said he had a feeding tube. He couldn't eat no more and all of that different stuff because he was a heavy drinker. He couldn't drink anymore. All of that was out of the window and he was like, just depressed. And so when someone is sick like that, like Don, you have to be careful because what can happen is as this person is dying, those spirits already looking for a new home. Some of them are good spirits. Some of them are our talents and our personalities, our good qualities of our personalities and the charisma and the musical skills. He played a trumpet. He was good with the trumpet. He played the drums. Some of that stuff is good. He could sing. He directed a choir. All of those were good qualities of this man. But some of it is his karma because he was a heavy drinker. He had the nightlife spirits. He had all of those negativities that led him to where he was suffering in this first place. I don't want none of that. And I'm sure y'all don't neither. Be careful of the deceased because many of those spirits need a new home. So I said, when Mona called me and said, guess what? Cousin passed away. And his wife called, his ex-wife called. I knew in the back of my head, I said, I ain't going. I learned my lesson from that first funeral. I said, I'm not going. I didn't tell them that. I just said, okay. I didn't feel like I owed anybody any explanation, but I had enough sense to know that if I go to another funeral, shit, ain't no telling how I'm going to be. Y'all probably see me with all kind of problems, all kind of afflictions, because that's all they are, afflictions. So I said, I'm gonna stay away from this place. She said, girl, the funeral Saturday at such and such a clock and all that. I said, oh, okay, okay. I'm so sorry to hear that, you know. If anything I can do, please let me know. Give me your address, everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna send you something just in case I don't make it or what have you. Y'all, I have a doorbell chime ringer on my front. 5 minutes to 10 minutes before the funeral Saturday, there was a chime on my porch. I tried to look on my phone to see who it was, and I mean, it would not let me view anything. Rushed to the door so I can catch the person. There was no one on the front porch. Nobody. There was nothing. 5 to 10 minutes before the funeral. And then all of a sudden, I get a phone call from Mona. Mona said, where you at? I want to meet up with you. I said, I'm so sorry I won't be able to make it. The phone call from Mona came just almost like a minute after the chime on the front porch. And I said to myself, wow, who the hell was that on my front porch? What do they want? Me and Don wasn't close like that. He was cool, but I wasn't close with Don like that. And so I'm saying to myself, what did they want? Don't bring no afflictions over here to me. I'm trying to show you something. If they find any liking in you, you got any similarities to the other person, which I don't have any similarities to Don whatsoever, unless he caught a few of the afflictions that came off of my aunt and they looking for me. I don't know, but my doorbell chimed. I was talking to somebody and they said, When he crossed over, he realized what was real and what wasn't. It came to you thinking that you can help him cross over. I got a problem with that because when that matriarch died, I had told everybody what to do. Don't come over here to terrorize me. Don't come to my house. Sometimes I tell you, sometimes this gift can really suck, y'all, because there are spirits and lost souls that really demand your attention. And if you help them, you can be in more trouble than you've ever been in, because there's always an entity in behind the situation that does not want the soul to get away. So now you got to deal with that. My whole life, my whole existence is centered around studying the spiritual world and how it affects us over on the physical. I'm consumed with that. And I have to be. And if I ever get off track and I don't concentrate and research on it, I'm always drugged back into it. I can't never get away. I can't escape it. You can't get away. Beware of the deceased. They may just have some afflictions on them. Now, when you're dealing with a man, a patriarch that passes away, it's not as severe. But a matriarch, that's some trouble. They've been sitting here 92 years or longer. Where did all those afflictions go? I don't care what nobody say. When you at the funeral, them spirits is looking to see where they can find a good home. Anybody else believe me? Okay, everybody, I'm going to go ahead on and leave. It was nice. Hey, Sid. Hey, Bernie. Thank you, Bernie. Hey, BB. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Lace Thoughts. Hey, Hey, Root Doctor, how you doing? Crush all enemies, seen and unseen. I like that, Root Doctor. And it shall be. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and if I missed your name, please, hey Taz, please forgive me. I'm just in a rush. Hey Janice, hey Kim, hey Goddess Osset, hey Honey Blossom, hey Peter. Peter, what you been doing, Peter? Hey Miss Piper, hey Caroline. Okay, y'all. Hey Carla. Hey Song of the South. Hey Mighty Royal. Okay. Hey Philo.